We were discussing about the breeding habits of animals. First of all, I would like to define the breeding. What is breeding? Now, as you can see in this Wikipedia website, that actually the breeding is a sexual reproduction. Breeding is sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is a type of reproduction that involves a complex life cycle in which the gamete with a single set of chromosome combines with another to produce an organism composed of cells with two set of chromosomes diploid. That is sexual reproduction. Now, breeding is a sexual reproduction that produce offsprings, usually animals or plants, if can only occur between a male and a female animal or plant. It can only occur. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर आपने थोड़ा सा अपने पेपर में, अगर आपके पेपर में ये चीज आ जाए, तो आपने ब्रीडिंग को पहले थोड़ा सा डिफाइन करना है. ब्रीडिंग इज sexual reproduction that produces offspring. Now, in sexual reproduction, there are two gametes, one male, other female, and one is haploid, the other is haploid. When they combine, they form two n number, that is actually the zygote, right? So breeding in case of animals and breeding in case of plants also possible. ठीक है? So what is breeding? Now you have a clear concept that what is breeding. So in this book, as the definition is not mentioned, you can add the definition from your own side, right? So animals may be divided into three classes on the basis of method they employ to nourish their young ones. So we have divided the animals into three classes, right? We have discussed about the crayfish, we have discussed about the amphibians, and we have discussed about the seahorse, that it is it saves the eggs in the belly in the pouch like structure. Social insects like honeybees and ants have huge colonies, nest organized on a complex scale, right? So the mammals are retained in the uterus of the female during early development and later are nourished by the milk by the mammary gland. And this is also very important कि आपको ये पता हो कि mammals के केस में breeding habit क्या है या breeding nature क्या है. That is, mother is protecting the baby for the 9 months in the uterus and nourished her later on the milk by which is released under the hormones from the mammary glands, that is the chest region of the female, right? एनिमल्स को कैसे डिवाइड किया गया? दोज एनिमल्स दैट ले देयर एग्स आउटसाइड द बॉडी, ये तो बहुत दफा आपको बता दिया गया है कि ये इनको हम वीवीपेरस ओवीपेरस कहेंगे, जो कि एग ले करेंगे. इन सच केसेस द एग मे बी फर्टिलाइज्ड इनसाइड और आउटसाइड द बॉडी. Some animals retain their egg in the body in the oviduct while they develop, but the embryo derives its sole nourishment from the egg and not from the mother. These are called ovoviviparous. In case of ovoviviparous, the organisms, they actually depend on the nourishment which is present inside the egg, and they are not dependent on the mother body. In the third type of egg develop in the uterus, but the embryo early in its development form an intimate relationship between the wall of the uterus and derives its nourishment directly from the food furnished by the mother. क्या होगा कि आपके पास थर्ड टाइप में ये वो एम्ब्रियो है जो कि यूट्रस में डेवलप हुआ और रिलेशन अपना मदर बॉडी से शो किया, वॉल ऑफ यूट्रस से न्यूट्रिएंट्स लिए एंड डिराइव इट्स न्यूट्रिएंट्स डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम द फूड फर्निश्ड बाय द मदर. Such type is viviparous. So in both of the last two types, the young ones are born alive Example of oviparity are found among many invertebrates and vertebrates. So the eggs, in case जहाँ पे eggs हैं तो वहां पर ओविपेरिटी है, और ओविपेरिटी इनवर्टिब्रेट्स में भी है और वर्टिब्रेट्स में भी है. और इन केस ऑफ बर्ड्स ओविपेरिटी इज कॉमन अमंग सर्टेन फिशेस, lizards, snakes, and viviparity is confined only to the mammals. ठीक है. Inshallah, we will be taking start of biting mechanism of snake in the next week, inshallah. And I would like you to learn the adaptation topic again. This is your task, and I have given you a task before that you have to learn the topic adaptations. But now you have to learn only cursorial adaptation. ठीक है, cursorial adaptations याद करें. उससे रिलेटेड जो भी क्वेश्चन अगर फिर भी हैं तो मुझसे पूछ लें. लेकिन कर्सोरियल एडॉप्टेशंस बहुत डिटेल में पढ़ाई गई थी, तो कर्सोरियल एडॉप्टेशन आपने याद करके, शाम तक का टाइम है आपके पास, रात तक का टाइम है. कर्सोरियल एडॉप्टेशन याद करके, अच्छी तरह मेमोराइज करके, नोट्स बनाने हैं तो बना लें, नहीं बनाने तो बुक से रिवाइज करके, बुक बंद करके मुझे आपने अपनी वॉइस मैसेजेस ग्रुप में सेंड करने हैं. आपके इसके मार्क्स लगेंगे, राइट. सो द टॉपिक इज कर्सोरियल एडॉप्टेशन फॉर द टेस्ट. If you want to learn it today, you can learn it today. If you want to learn it by tomorrow, you have the time, and you have to memorize it. And after memorization you have to make a so not video, only the voice message. Honestly, don't see the book then, okay. And this is your task. जो स्टूडेंट्स आज करना चाहते हैं वो आज वॉइस मैसेजेस सेंड कर लें, जो कल मैसेजेस करना चाहते हैं वो कल कर लें. कल तक का टाइम है आपके पास, ठीक है. यू हैव टू मेमोराइज द कर्सोरियल एडॉप्टेशन. If you are interested in making a note of cursorial adaptation, then it is highly recommended and highly appreciable by me. So मैं appreciate करूंगी इस चीज को. आपने अगर नोट्स बना लिए हैं तो हमारे साथ शेयर कर सकते हैं ताकि हमें भी आइडिया मिले, और अगर नहीं बनाए तो आज बना लें. जरूरी नहीं है, लेकिन प्लीज अगर नोट्स आप बनाएंगे तो आपको ज्यादा अच्छा याद होगा, ठीक है. And if there is a question in breeding habits, then you can ask from me.